go. All right. We good to go, Cresta?
I am ready if you are. We are recording.
All right. So, welcome everybody. I really appreciate it. Sorry about the delay in terms of thing. That's just what you get when you go live. And so we're excited about our Elite Cities breakdown. Thank you for attending. We hope we give you some good insight and knowledge and really just an opportunity to be a fly on the wall and learn more about how to generate qualified prospects. And so today, kind of what you can expect through this, we're going to try to keep it to 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and stay on time to respect your time. But we're going to talk about our story. We're going to talk about common EDO challenges. We're going to kind of role play. I'm going to be your board and and kind of give you some challenges that I want you to address as an economic development director. And then we're going to give you some of the GSLI solutions, or the GSLI solution in attacking some of those demands from your board. And then we've got some fun special offers today. We've got two chances to win. We're giving away a $25 gift certificate, gift card to Amazon, and my latest book, which was an amazing hit at the show. It actually brought a bunch of projects in from India. We got one again today. Cindy just texted us from Italy. Another one from Spain. And really just used the book to help them better educate themselves about the snafus that they're going to go through in site selection, and really good opportunity for them to remember us and get connected with us after the show. The easy way to win. Cresta has this amazing thing called Wheels. Name of Wheels, is it Cresta?
Wheel of names.
Wheel of
A
Names.
wheel of names. I will be Vanna today.
And so as you comment, this is a interactive type webinar, so we really like comments in the chat box. She'll put your name in the wheel of names for any type of comment, and we'll do that drawing there at the end, which means I need to have my chat box up. Here we go. I've got
Also, just to be clear, that is going to be comments during the webinar. I know a lot of you have already introduced yourself, but we're going to mean comments of interaction during the actual webinar, which is happening now.
All right. And just a side note, I just saw Jason in here from Omaha, Nebraska. Shout out to Omaha. My son pitched at Creighton, and I'm very familiar with Omaha. I've done their site selection tours, which have always been amazing, and ended up getting to watch a couple College World Series there. So great job there in Omaha. All right. Poll number one. This is going to be an easy one. And really, what this will really identify if this is a place you should be today. Are you interested in increasing your community's pipeline with highly qualified and active projects? So if you can just answer that poll, we'll go through it. We don't have any no's yet, which is good.
I would really, I mean, if you were going to put no, I'd see, can I be anonymous? No, I'm not interested. Don't let your boss see this one.
Do not influence the poll here. But yeah,
I'm sorry.
obviously, if you're in economic development, you're interested in increasing the jobs in your community, and without having good quality, highly vetted projects, you're wasting your time. You're chasing, I call them, going down and finding tire kickers who are just kind of looking. And so I'm glad to see everybody here. We've got 100% response on looking at that. The second poll, which my team, my coaches, my community assessment directors, they're working with hundreds of economic developers throughout the nation every day. And one of the common things that they come across is, if not a budget cut, it's more demand. So poll number two, I'd like to ask, are you experiencing budget cuts or a board that's demanding more results with the same or less money? And if you're a no, that is
Awesome.
ideal. It's awesome. You've got a proactive board that's willing to work with you. There's not a wrong answer here, but as we see, I started this company 31 years ago. That was one of the things. Hey, we're experiencing budget cuts. We're experiencing budget cuts. And really, it meant that the board just was having more demands, more ROI on what are you spending and what are you getting. And so, that's hopefully what will help you address here today or find some answers for. So, pretty close, 57% yes and 43% no. So, great. Um, uh, Great communities here that are very proactive in what they're doing for business attraction. So I really like to start by just saying how GSLI is created. I would love to take um, um,
Credit.
credit. Thank you for speaking for me because I'm like my mind's a little scrambled from travels last night. But really, we were formed by economic developers for economic developers. And we were really created because a group of economic developers got together. We met at a summit meeting. It was in Chicago. And we basically said, um, the issue was they were tired of having to spend thousands of dollars on marketing and trying out different marketing methods, see which was working, having to do advertising, then getting back a bunch of, I guess, what we would call suspects and having to take the time and energy to qualify those, and then finally weed that down from 30 to 40 unvetted projects down to maybe one or two that they could work. And they said, we spend so much time and so much money. What can we do to alleviate that? So they basically, I said, well, what's the best methods that you guys are finding? And I would hold up a trade show lead. I would hold up a magazine lead. And halfway in, they all like, Eric, we do not care where the lead comes from. We just care that it's a properly vetted and real project that we're not going to waste our time on. So what if we, as a group, could give you a little bit of money and then you go use your expertise in marketing and do the only thing we want you to do. Find qualified projects that have been vetted and qualified to a point. And I said, what is that qualification? They said, we want at least the project to create 10 new jobs, need 10,000 square foot of space, be making a decision in less than 18 months and be actually expanding outside of a 50-mile radius of their current location. And if you vet it down to those qualifications, we'll agree to help them for free. And that's actually helped in our story. While I was out at IFT, a lot of companies would come by and say, hey, exactly what we're looking for. We're expanding, we're relocating, we're looking at a US presence, we're looking at moving within the US. Why are you free? And I said, well, you have to create at least 10 new jobs. Those 10 new jobs are going to create a $500,000 impact on a community. Grandma and grandpa come in and visit, the groceries they buy, the electricity that they use, the homes they buy, the gas they use. It's trickle down economics. And those communities are just most interested in those jobs. Therefore, they're to help make your job easy and expanding or relocating. And in some cases, they even have incentives that'll help you get through your first and second year startups. So that's the day we were born. And from that day forward, 31 years, roll it forward. We're still doing trade shows. We're expanding our marketing efforts. And we have what we call 7 different pillars of lead generation that come in through our portal, which we built. And Cress is going to be able to show us some things, exciting things there. But to advance and go into a secondary topic, which we just talked about, budget, I always like to use and role play. This was big in with one of our members, Malcolm. He was out there at the show, and he's been doing 2 or 3 shows with us, saving his community about $12,000 per show. And it was amazing. He was out working the floor. I was able to call him on my cell, two companies from India came by and said they wanted to speak with him. He ran back to the booth. We set up the meeting, got to sit down with him. And then after that, he got to go out and work the show. Another member of ours, Mickey Dean. She is able to go out in the city of Chicago and go meet with a site locator that agreed to a meeting that specialized in agricultural projects. So she left the show. We manned the booth. We found one more project while she was out. And when she got back, we set her up with the meeting, and it was great. And that's really what it's about is finding those quality projects, but more importantly, doing it within a budget and staying within a program and not really having to spend the money, which we'll ask here in a minute what you think. But I'm going to role play here. I'm going to take off my CEO role hat and I'm going to put on my board member's hat of an economic development department. And I'm going to say, let's say our committee got together and they came to you and we're in a board meeting and we say, hey, we need you to launch a campaign media mix with 5 lead generation pillars. And lead generation pillars could be telemarketing, magazine advertising, trade shows, marketing
Internet
trips,
research.
internet research, any of those. So, but we need 5 because we don't know which one is going to pull best. And we know that they're not all going to pull best. One person's going to respond to one pillar, another one's going to respond to another. So we need diversity. I need you to exhibit and or receive project leads from 6 national trade shows. I need you to pick the fastest growing industries and make sure we have a booth there and get us some leads. I need you to hire an intern that's going to sit there and qualify your leads because we can't afford to pay you. You're a seasoned executive, and I don't need you wasting your time qualifying leads. So go out and find a um, uh, qualify the leads for us. I also need you to hire a consultant to work with you monthly on submission strategy. So as you see the submissions, make sure they vet the submissions, make sure it's aligned with what the project's needs are, and make sure you're training that consultant about our community so that when more project leads come through, that consultant can say, "Hey, we're going to give you a call. This is a perfect project for you. Let's work on the submission." I also need you to do a CRM to track our projects because we need our reports and we need to know that we're working through those projects and they're not falling through the cracks. I need 2 more things. I need you to distribute national press releases because we have some great stories to tell. People don't know our story, so please get those out for us also. And then I need you to promote our city in this case on social media to further build our brand. So if we said we need you to do all of that, what do you feel and how much do you feel you would ask me for? I'm your board. I asked you to do all those things. I need you to go win projects. How much are you going to ask for budget? In the chat box, this is your opportunity to get into our wheel of name.
Wheel of names.
um, put in there.
But
Uh,
also, Jill has a comment when we're ready for it.
yep, I see that. But I want to give an opportunity for people to respond here. How much budget would you ask for? Would it be 50,000, 20,000, 100,000? Because I'm going to turn around and say, hey, I need to see the results from that campaign. Cresta, we
So,
don't have an active audience right now.
I'm not sure because I think they'd all want to be on the wheel of names and win a card, but you never know. Also, just for that, can you refresh the things that they would have to? Oh, Robert, 50 to 100,000.
All right,
Valerie
Valerie.
said maybe 50K.
Okay.
Oh, so they're
55.
looking at an economic development assistant. So 55 to 75 for Jill. Oh, everybody's about around the same range. So
Yeah, you
thank you
start
guys
adding
for
in salaries.
participating.
You start adding in salaries. Continue to throw your thoughts in there. But if I told you that I wasn't going to give you $20,000, I'm not going to give you 15,000. I'm one of these mean boards that says I need you to do more. We have budget cuts, and I need you to do it with less, I'm going to give you less than $10,000. I really think this might be you. You're going to put in your resignation and you're going to try to go find a board with more realistic expectations. And that's really the reality of it. But the beauty of what we do and have put together for our cities over the past 31 years, I'm telling you, you can get all of those things, all of those benefits, the people qualifying your projects, the consultant, which we call our community assessment coach or director, um, helping you with submissions, attending trade shows on your behalf, allowing you to go to the trade shows like Mickey, Carlos, and um, Malcolm just attended with us out in IFT and save the board money. We can do this for less than $9,000. More importantly, while freeing up your time, everything we do is about time saving and making your job more efficient so you can focus on other things. And if we can help you free up budget to do more things to promote your community and free up your time so you can focus on closing projects, not chasing them. That's our focus. And so we really do give you the tools to act like a lion. Those are the three areas we feel our members report back to us. We save time, they save money, and they save a lot of headaches in the business attraction process. Um, so what happened, in this whole evolution of the company is we actually flipped the site location model. And if you guys know traditional site selectors, they are quick to eliminate. They're really doing deselection, not site selection, because they want to get down to the brass tacks and make their jobs just as easy to get an answer. And so, yeah, I can give you a good example. Right now, our team is out touring with a project from China. They're touring 7 buildings today. And our goal is to eliminate those as quick as possible so that we can give that project 3 buildings for consideration. They want their keys. They wanted them in June. We're telling them they're not going to get them till August, probably, but it's a quick turn. And so we're deselecting as quick as possible. Our process allows you, the community, to deselect the company. So based on their needs, you can say, this isn't a good fit for us. Let's move on. And we identify anywhere from 75 to 105 projects per year that you can vet on. And with that said, Cresta, let's take you live. And I'm going to just walk you through some scenarios. If anyone has a scenario they want to throw into the portal to see how to find a um, business project in our portal, we'll go through that.
And Eric, you're going live, right?
You want me to go live? Because I was going to walk you through. Yeah, I can go. I can take it on if you want me to.
Well, I can do it. No
I'd rather
problem.
you, because you're the
Okay.
pro. You're our onboarder. I'm just going to
The
be
pro, I love it.
the nagging. Uh,
Hey guys, take that pro comment with a grain of salt, okay? Okay, here we go. Let me just pull that out and we are ready to share. Boom. All right, can everybody see my screen? I'm going to expand it a little bit.
it is live and ready. Good job.
Okay, wonderful.
So Cresta, I'm a community and I'm looking. I just want to take a look at all the projects and get an idea of a high level view of some of the projects I should take a look at.
Okay, let's see. What is your community? Where are you located?
Let's pick the last, let's go to Omaha since I have a knowledge of Omaha. I am in Omaha, Nebraska.
Excellent. So I would recommend using this filter button right here to click active projects, filter by status. And then I would pick the lovely state of Nebraska. And what that's going to do is it's going to bring up anything looking specifically in the state of Nebraska, anything looking in the region that Nebraska is located in. or anything looking in a national search. So as you can see here, Midwest has come up a few times, national search, anything close to that area. So all of these would be good active projects for you to start looking at.
Yeah, so I really like let's take a look at that first one, that drive link. That's a real fresh project. How do I find out the details? Like, so I know how to submit on this project.
So as you can see, there are going to be some basic details listed out to the right, like building size, time frame, and when that RFI is due. You can also see underneath the name of the project how many jobs it's going to create and in what industry. But we've even do- dived a little deeper. I was going to say dove, but I don't think that's a word. We've dived deeper to give you a little bit more information, and we've started including this 2 minute drill down. So anytime you see this little bullseye looking thing, that means there's a 2 minute drill down, which is going to go into more detail on the project. You're just going to click into the project and you'll see it located here on the left hand side. You're just going to press play and it's going to pop up. And it's going to give you a 2 minute deep dive into that project to see if it's a good fit for your community. You
Absolutely. What about all the other details just on the report? Can we take a look at that?
Absolutely. So you're going to get a project overview here. It's going to give you the basic details of the project, any states and regions of interest, and then also some special requirements. So if it needs a lot of electricity or if it needs a lot of water, it has to be by a port, any of these fun things, you're going to find them right here in special requirements. And it's also going to give you just a basic company overview of the company that we're working with, as far as how long they've been in business, what their industry is. Obviously, you can see this is an existing company that is doing well for itself.
Yeah, Caressa, I like that, and I get a lot of leads like this from the state. They give me some information. They might not give me that much detail, and I put together these RFIs, but sometimes I have questions, and the state, they're not real good about answering my questions. What if I have a question?
Absolutely. So, if you're in this project right here and you had a question about it, you can easily just look at this orange box right here. It says, be the first to ask a question. You're going to click that box and it's going to take you to a place where you can type in your question and send it through. This is going directly to our project director, Ashley, and she's going to get back to you with information within 24 to 48 hours about that question. Either having an answer for you directly or saying, hey, I've reached out to that company to get you an answer, and I'll let you know something as soon as it comes through.
Submitting on projects is amazing, but I also want my group to be a little up to date with some technologies. And I've got like a new intern or someone that I'm working with in my organization. I want her to have a freshen up on some AI or social media. Do you have any tools in the portal that can help that?
Absolutely. So we have a member section right up here where we do a meeting with our members every second and fourth Tuesday. It's a 30-minute meeting where we're going to talk about a few different things, any portal updates, anything we're up to as far as trade shows, etc. We are going to do a training that may help economic developers' lives easier in some way or another. And then we're going to talk about our projects. Those trainings are going to be found in our JAM Academy. So you had mentioned social media. So if you type in here in the search bar, social media, it's going to pop up a few ways that AI can assist you in your social media campaign and strategy. And these are
Excellent.
quick 3 to 7 minute videos, so they won't take you a long time. We're just taking those little bits of information out of our jam session so that you have easy access to them.
Yeah, and
Uh,
if I need some free training on something, is there any way for me to get that?
Absolutely. If you cannot find the subject in our search for a topic, we have this lovely suggestion box right over here to the right. We would love to do the research and figure out what it is that we can do to assist you guys further in your everyday details. So if you just click suggestion box here, it's going to take you to a form that you're going to fill out with whatever it is that you would like to see covered, and we're going to cover it.
Perfect. All right. So, man, I'm liking everything I see. I can get educated. I can get projects. What about, my board wants me to go to trade shows, but I hate spending 15,000 on a trade show and being stuck at a booth. dealing with the unions, dealing with FedEx's late deliveries, all those types of things. I just did all these things. So, so what can I experience, or how can I still get the benefits of a trade show?
We're going to go back to this Elite Cities tab, our members tab here, and we actually have a section called Trade Show Tour. And we're going to be traveling to 4 to 6 trade shows per year. And this is where you get the benefit of not having all of those costs, but you're able to attend with us. These are the 2 shows that we have left after IFT. So you can click on either of these to learn more about the show. And it's going to give you all the details about how many exhibitors, attendees, what those target industries are going to be, where it's located. And you have the opportunity to attend with us. And that saves you thousands, honestly, thousands of dollars. Now, going back to that trade show tour, uh, I guess I could have clicked this little button here. We do have a lot of shows that we've already been to. So, just to give you an idea, we do try and keep a good variety of shows. And towards the end of the year, we send out a survey to all of our current members asking them what industries and what shows in particular do they have an interest in for the next year. And that is how we decide what our calendar is going to look like for the following year.
Excellent. And do you ever, what about the contacts? Is there any contact lists I can get from those shows and reports I can show my board?
Sure. If the show has a little orange button in the corner, you can easily just press that button and it's going to bring up our show report. And what this is just kind of an overview of exactly how the show went. So it's going to recap in just a second. There we go. Once it warms up, kind of tells you a little bit about what the show was, what kind of leads we uncovered at the show, whether those be warm leads or hot leads. Obviously, a lot of work to be done after the show to make sure they're all qualified and get them into the portal. It'll show you some of our booth, any show observations that we noticed while we were there, recommendations that we have for future shows to make things even better than the last. And then it does give you a cost analysis so you can see exactly what was spent on that particular show. So you know exactly what you saved. And this is a great thing to take to your board and say, well, even just in the trade show savings alone, we covered the cost of our program.
I'm liking this, but my board, they are very tight. They don't give me a lot of travel budget. Can I get exposure at the show with my marketing materials, or will I still get the leads?
Absolutely. So you can have, if we get contacts at the show, not necessarily the leads. The leads are going to work into the portal, so you're going to get them regardless, 100%. But if we get contacts at the show that we think could warm up into leads in the future, we will provide you with a contact list as well from that show. But we do have other ways that are going to help you to maximize exposure while at the show, even if you can't attend. And so we do have sponsorship opportunities. And those are really big attention grabbers at the show. One of our sponsorship opportunities is this banner sponsorship. We create the banner with you. You can either, if you have your own idea of artwork, you send it in. If you want us to help you design it, we will design it for you. And then we're going to have that printed and we're going to show it at the show. And this is just a great conversation starter. I can't tell you how many people have walked up to us at a show and been like, "Oh, Hempstead, I know them," and just it started a conversation that could have led to an expansion conversation. So definitely you can do the sponsorship. You don't even have to be at the show, but you can send your marketing materials to us, like any flyers or one sheets that you may have at no additional cost. You could just send them to me in the office prior to the show, and we will take them and we will display them and we will discuss them with anybody who has any interest.
Yeah, great example there. We had a company from India. They were looking at doing business in the U.S. and they were in consideration. They said Arizona. They walked right over to Barbara Coffee's marketing material from Tucson, Arizona. She wasn't even there. I actually picked up the phone. I called her and left her a message. Was trying to connect her with that guy, gentleman, while he was at the show, knowing, he had such a high degree of interest. And I text her, we text back and forth. And so her not even being there, but sending her marketing material was a great way for the company to connect with her. So that was just an example. All right, Chris. Well, last thing that I can think of, my board really wants me to be organized and be able to stay on top of my leads. What if I have my own leads and I need a CRM? Can we use this as a like a CRM? I love the organization with the others.
Well, thanks to an amazing client who gave us a feature suggestion, we absolutely can do that. So, if you'd like to keep all of your own projects in the portal as well, you are going to go ahead and choose Add Internal Project. So, this allows you to enter the project details just as we would when we're entering them into the back end of the system for you guys to view. And once you put in all the information, it's going to show up on your browse projects page, but it won't show up on anyone else's. So it'll be exclusive to your account. So anything that you're adding in there that is your own project will be exclusive to your account, but you will have all the same features. So you can still leave the notes. You can print the project reports, giving them a really good professional look.
Yeah, and the other thing there is we have a calendar system on there. If I don't know if you can pull that up, Cresta. You've got something, I'm seeing something covering the bottom of your thing.
Well, luckily, there's so many ways to get to stuff.
Forgot about the dashboard, the amazing dashboard. But there, if you schedule something to follow up with one of your own projects, you can schedule a reminder and it'll pop up on this calendar. We also put the deadlines of all the submissions so that they don't get by you. And there is so many more features that keep you organized by letting you know there was a submission. Show them the dashboard if you have any submissions in there.
I think I do. This is eTheBot's demo account, so I try to keep it. So the dashboard is your place to get to everything. You can get to any of the items that you'd find on the top menus, but you can also easily access the Project Portal Bootcamp, the Jam Academy, and the full Jam sessions, as well as quick links down here. You can find all your internal projects. So if you guys were to go into your system and look for any of these projects, they won't exist because those are my internal projects. We also have the latest leads, anything you've recently visited, and then your submissions. You can actually get back to the project here, or you can click view and edit, and it will take you to your submission.
Yeah, and that's probably one of our favorite features. Communities spend anywhere from 3 to 4 hours, sometimes longer, on responding to projects. Our process is less, I'm going to say less than 30 minutes. I'm going to say even less than 15. After you do your first submission, we have sticky fields, so you don't have to re-input tax information, rail information, airport information, and you just really focus on the details. And you can upload um, flyers of particular sites. You can do a lot of things. After you've done that and you hit submit, it alerts our coach, your coach, that a submission is in. They go in, can review the cover letter, make sure that it's perfect in terms of um, what'll be in alignment with the project, make any suggestions, help you use ChatGPT in one of our training sessions on how to put that cover letter together in less than 30 seconds. Um, it's really, well, sometimes, Chris, we're accused of being the world's cheapest intern, professional intern. Like you couldn't hire an intern to do what we provide on a 24/7. We have clients that work with us every day. We have other clients that work with us monthly, whatever's the best cadence in working with your group. And that there actually professionally formulates it into a proposal that we then send to the project for their review. And at that point, they make the reviews. They say they want to talk to X, Y, and Z clients or communicate. Better yet, Chris, I just thought of something. What if this project goes quiet? A lot of times my leads that I get from the state, they never even contact me or never hear any follow up, but I don't even get to, a chance to see who that project is, you know.
Absolutely. So the projects, we do reach out to the projects every 45 days, and we'd like to hear back from them within 45 to 60 days. So if we're continuously reaching out to them over that period and we are not hearing anything back, we do not want that to hinder you from being able to follow up on your submission. So there are some rules to that. You have to put the project in your pipeline, which means you hit this little funnel and it comes over here and joins your pipeline of projects that you want to work. And then you need to submit on it. But if you have put it in your pipeline and submitted on it, and we release the contact information if we cannot get in touch with them. So what happens is, okay, I found one. I have put this one in my custom cannabinoid in my uh, pipeline and I have submitted on it. It now has a little phone guy here, which is saying we have released that contact information. And so when I click into it now, I have a contact tab up here that I didn't have previously. And so if I click on that tab, I can see exactly who we were talking to, the email, a phone number, and the company name to allow you to do your own follow up just because sometimes, they may stop talking to us because they've hired a site selection team, doesn't want to, we don't want that to ever be a hindrance to you. And we want you to be able to follow up on that submission if we
Ec-
cannot.
Excellent. Any other scenarios that you guys have questions on? We could run it through it. I want to keep us on pace, and so, but we're here mainly to answer questions and you know, see if there's any thoughts that you guys have. Um, Jill had said that their existing buildings are mainly under 2,000 square feet. This has sometimes been problematic when we search the GSLI pipeline. Those micro businesses could be a better fit, but we don't always understand how to search for them. Um, yeah, one way. Typically, Jill, we would not qualify a project if it's less than 10,000. There are some research R&D facilities or office spaces that we will qualify as long as they're good paying jobs. Our big focus is it going to create at least 10 new jobs. Some of those buildings, when they get that small, they're going to have to be R&D to be the quality jobs that you want. But as we say with our members, when they're a part of us, we adjust our marketing program to always kind of fit our clients' needs. We just brought on, or we are just now onboarding South Dakota, which hasn't always been a big push in our system, and we'll start pushing some of those projects and doing some targeting geographically through our AI to generate more interest with projects that align our members. And that's really what we're trying to drive is projects that align our members.
So what he's saying, Jill, is that we are looking for smaller projects for you guys as well now. It just sum it up quickly.
Okay. I get a long-winded. All right. If there's no other questions or any other thoughts you have, Chris, I'm going to take it back over.
Take it over.
All right. All right. What you can expect if you like what you saw and you chose and you want to become a member of ours, I think the big question is, what are the next steps or what can I expect as being a part of your organization? Um, the reason I like Cressa doing the presentation part, she does a white glove onboarding and a training call. It lasts, Cressa, what, about 45 minutes?
It's about 45 minutes now, minimum, just because there is a lot of information to go over, but we also have the little mini videos in the boot camp. So if you forgot something from that onboarding and needed to refresh.
Yeah. And then after you're properly trained, answer all your questions, feel comfortable with the system, we do send you a press release form. Once you complete that, we prepare a press release that you can send out to your local community, that you can announce that you're a part of our program and really aggressively trying to bring new business into your community, which always is a positive. Then you'll get a call from your coach and they'll schedule what's called your standing monthly conversation. And that is your opportunity to train your employee. They're your employee. They are yours. They need to know anything and everything about what you do, what you have as assets, what industries you're looking for. Treat them as an employee that if they're at a trade show, if they're in our Monday morning meetings where we're going over our projects, they know to call you when a project comes up because some of these are going to fall through the cracks. You're busy. You get the alert via email, but we use the coaches to make sure not only are they informed about you, they're informed about what type of projects will be good for you and they help you work on your submissions. You get instant access to the project portal with real-time project and alert updates. So if you came on today and we had a project, you get an email on your alert saying, "Hey, there's a project. Please go see if there's a good fit and either make a submission or remove yourself from consideration." And then you immediately get into our system that gives you all reminders of our jam sessions. Those are our training sessions, prospect lives, which are really fun. We actually identified 2 prospect lives while at the show. So we're getting in line with scheduling those. That's where we bring the project on a call like this. I interview them, talk to them, and allows you, the guest that is out in the audience, to ask questions of that project to make sure that it's a good alignment for you. Full
Eric,
transparency. Yep.
can I jump in here? Because we did have one other question that didn't get seen, I don't think. And
Yep.
it's from Tom Long. And he was just curious of our active projects, what is the breakdown of those looking for existing buildings versus those looking for available sites? And I would say it's probably right now, what's currently in the portal is probably more of a 70-30, 80-20. Obviously, just because companies are really trying to get started as quickly as possible. And so it's a little bit more difficult when they have to build. But we are currently looking for more existing building projects because we have come across a few communities that do, I mean, excuse me, more land projects because we have come across a few communities that just don't have the existing buildings, and we definitely want to cater to them as well. And we are actually going to be unrolling a new feature in the portal next month where you can search between those. So, because we have those clients that do just need those existing or just land projects, build to suit, greenfield, brownfield. So, we are going to have those options, and that's going to roll out next month in August, where you can click that button and see the available projects that fit your land or building type.
Yeah, and the other way to look at that, Tom, is the market really drives what they're looking for. When I was at this show, we had 4 companies that specifically came up and said, "Hey, this is a greenfield project. We need to build the suit. We need this kind of acreage." And I would say, just during the pandemic, everything was we need buildings, because the market was better for someone to lease. We're getting a ton of we want to buy now, which is really hard. The Prologises, the companies that own these buildings, they don't want to sell, and so they are turning to say, "Hey, we want to do build to suit." And so I would say watch the market, and that's really dictating what some of these projects are. But Chris has nailed it on the head. It's about 70-30. 70% want buildings, and that's really because of speed to market. And then the other 30% are we've got time. A lot of that's international. We're doing a U.S. presence. And so
And
we've
some are
time
like
to go.
specialized building requirements as well, right? Like if you have a clean room that you need, you might be more likely to or more open to building.
Yeah. And we try to vet that also. Are you open to build a suit if the time frame is less than 12 months to get your building? Because some of these projects, like the one that's touring today, um, they need to put in a ceramic floor. So that's a 6 to 8 month process already. So they've been um, taking a look at whether or not just go ahead and build or put in that ceramic floor into the building. So, all of that, obviously, we hope that you feel it's too good to be true. I feel we deliver a high value when it comes to business attraction prospecting. And we want to be there for you. We want you to be a part of the team. It was amazing to see our people working together at the show, actually exchanging leads too. One had a headquarters and they needed a warehouse. So they said, let's talk to the other members in the other part of the country that can help my local business do an expansion, which helps them in their retention and helping them do an expansion and not leave their community. We are a big believer in doing it from a economic developer's perspective. This is our advisory board. Um, Last one, condolences to Rick's family. We're replacing that on the internet. He passed away and was a dear friend of ours, but
Amazing guy.
amazing. And but
Eric, don't make me cry on the
I know,
webinar.
I know. I'm trying. I
Seriously.
did last time. But we're doing quarterly meetings and making sure that we're delivering a product that is from the ED's perspective because economic developers started us. If we don't have any question and answers, I'm going to keep that there. Just throw them in, throw them over in the chat, throw them in the Q&A. I'm going to get to while everyone came on. I want to respect everybody's time. I am doing a limited time offer for those. We make it easy. We typically start, one lady called this an application. It's not, it's really an assessment. It really kind of takes a look at where you are. And if we send you a community assessment, they take about 5 minutes to fill out. We will then in turn send you a voucher, which if you at some point make a decision to come on board and represent, we only allow 5 communities per state to sit on that site location team. We will open up the portal for the last 6 months, and you can go in and from day one start working projects. So you can um, tell your board, we've moved this small amount of marketing dollars over to be a part of this business attraction pipeline builder, and from day one we're already working projects. Um, I will also include all the project leads from IFT. We left yesterday with 20 project leads. Cindy has already sent me two. One was from Japan and one was from Italy. Um, Jill, one of those is a smaller. It was a office space. That was the Italian company. So I will in turn give everybody those project leads from that show. And I'll also do a free one-on-one marketing assessment where we can dive in and really take a look at what you're doing. Uh, Communities, we usually charge $2,500 to do that. I would be glad to do one of those for free to really help you understand or put your project pillars in line so you can deliver some assessments of whether or not your marketing is working or not. So if you click yes, this is not a commitment to join us. It's really just a commitment to learn more, and hopefully we could earn your business from that. So I'll leave that up for a little bit longer. Actually, there it is. Would you like to receive a 5 minute community assessment in that? And Caressa, have you been? I know it's been busy, but have you been able to build our wheel of names?
Eric, you know I multitask well. Of course, it's ready to go.
All right, so you're gonna have to take over the screen. We're going to give away our Amazon gift card and my book, Red, White, and Bruised. I promise. No, I can't promise. My kids say you'll laugh. If I make my kids laugh, you'll laugh.
I also got a laugh. So I thought it was a really entertaining book and a great way to look at things. Can you guys see my screen here?
Hey, Cheryl's got a question before you do your spin. Is there a minimum to community size or town population? Absolutely not, Cheryl. We've helped a community with less than 10,000 population generate over $250 million of impact. That was over a 25-year period. It was a long relationship, but that was there. We've worked with communities in the 4,000 population, and we've worked with some big cities like Detroit. I prefer, and I hope I don't offend anybody here, I like the small to medium sized communities. I'm from rural America. I grew up there, and I like to help level the playing field for some of those smaller communities that don't have the budget, don't have the resources, never dreamt of having $100,000 budget. In fact, their entire budget's less than 10. So we try to maximize for them. So there is no minimum. It's just a minimum. We only allow 5 communities per state, except for California and Texas. We have programs there that are more customized for just Texas and California. If you're in a state and would love to do one of those, I would talk with you also. But that's the only minimum maximum we have is the number of communities that we allow per state.
All right, Eric, what are we spinning this one for?
This one, I'm going to let them choose the first winner. Hopefully they're
Oh,
still in attendance.
first winner chooses.
Yeah,
Okay, I know Jill had to step out for a minute, but
we'll
let's
let you.
just
It's
see. It's Cheryl.
Cheryl
Oh, is it
Reed.
Cheryl? Yeah, I think it's Cheryl. Yeah.
Cheryl Reed. That was not planned. That was Cheryl's question. We just answered. So, Cheryl, in the chat box, do you want the Amazon gift card or you want the personalized autographed book?
I am. So should I remove Cheryl then from this one for the next one?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
Cheryl, are you still here?
Are we ready to spin again while
I
we wait
like
for
Lisa's.
Cheryl?
All right, Cheryl, you're going to get the book.
Oh,
So,
you're gonna love it, Cheryl. It's hilarious.
Cheryl, I'll send an email and let you. Winner two. It's going in between.
Danielle.
Is it going? Is it going? Danielle Talley, you are
Oh,
the
look at all this.
recipient of a $25 Amazon card. We will email that to you immediately. It'll come in your email and you can
Well, when
read
he says
it.
immediately, he means like in the next 30 minutes, okay?
Yeah.
Just so you're not looking for it. Refreshing.
All right. There is a question in the Q&A, Chris, if you could oh, that was
Yeah.
Cheryl. That was Cheryl.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Cheryl, thank you for following directions and putting your question there. All right. So, um, with that said, we're going to wind this up, guys. Really, really appreciate almost everybody stayed here for the entirety. I apologize for being late and I apologize for going over. That's probably two of my biggest peeves and
He
mistakes.
usually never is late, but he always goes over. Just
I'm never
heads
late.
up.
I'm always long-winded and take these things too long. But it's really my excitement. I really I founded this company 31 years ago with a 5-year exit plan, and I think I just enjoy it too much. It's my baby, and I really, really do like helping communities. There's a good feeling when a jobs are created and you see economic impact. So, with that said, thank you very much. I appreciate everything you guys do for your communities. Hope we can continue a relationship, whether or not you're a part of us or not. Would love to continue to build amazing friends in this community. So thank you so much. With that said, Chris, I think it's time to say goodbye. And thank you for everything.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Keep making a difference. We'll see you next time.